All right guys, so as promised, right now I just came down from the roof and I'm looking at the penetration through the roof of one of the RTUs or rooftop units. Now I know I can't get a zoom in on this, but what you're looking at right now, if I point to that register, that is the return. And that's basically taking the air that's in this space, bringing it through the unit, and then that gets cleaned and refreshed, if you will, before it gets sent back down through this ductwork as it's heated or cooled. And the section that's right next to it, that solid ductwork, is the supply. Before I zoom away from this, I also want you, if you can, if you take a look next to that return, you can see that there's a lot more steel structure around that ductwork. And probably turn it this way and you can kind of see there's more solid steel around there. Anytime you see that penetration in the roof with that framing of steel around, you can guarantee you that that's where one of your rooftop units is going to be set. And those are things to look for when you're running your branch circuit conductors that feed these units. You can prep them, coil them up in the ceiling, and leave them maybe 10-15 feet long, and then go to the next unit, and then you know where you're at. So aside from that too, we also have fire alarm that's tied into this and fan shutdown. You can see there's a pipe up there with a 4-inch square box. You can see that there's seal tight coming out of the side of it. It starts off as gray and then it's painted white, and basically it goes up into the curb, up into the unit. Very hard to see, I know, on this camera, but you have to take my word for it. So that 3-phase 208 or 480, whatever it might be, that feeds that unit goes up, and you can see there's a piece of seal tight in there with some fire alarm, white wire and red wire that goes into that seal tight. So you get your thermostat wiring and you've got your fan shutdown wiring going up into those units. So that's fire alarm. Of course, talk more about fan shutdown, but for now, 2 conduits going up into every unit. If we trace this ductwork out right here, that cylinder tubing, you can see that it comes in and then it branches off to these registers, which supply heat or cooling to the space. So it's kind of brief, but you can certainly see a lot more work in these systems commercially than there are residentially. So I wanted you to see the difference. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll see you at the next video.